What's up, y'all? We officially back. It's currently 10:39, Wednesday, July 30th. Today, we're gonna be doing some shoulders, chest, and calves. So let's go ahead and get into it without any hesitation. Start off with our stretches once again. Today, I kind of thought of something new that I want to start incorporating in these videos, and I'm gonna title it a word of inspiration. And with the word of inspiration, it's like I don't want to have something pre-planned. I want to have I just want something to just come out of my mind at the moment. So I guess we'll start doing this whenever I'm stretching and warming up. So let me think. A word of inspiration for today is stay the journey. No matter how hard it gets, stay the journey. I know sometimes when you're going through a storm, it might seem like the storm lasts forever, but the sun always comes back out at the end of a storm. No matter how dark it may seem in the tunnel, there's always going to be light at the end. But got shoulders first, so after these warm-ups, we're gonna head into what's it called? Overhead press on the both legs machine. But something I also forgot to mention in the video yesterday, and the video yesterday was supposed to be like getting to know me, and the most important thing I didn't even mention, and today I got it on my shirt. I'm a strong follower in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I feel like I needed to say that in this video because that's literally what keeps me going every day, for real. He literally keeps me going every day. But besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and get these stretches out the way, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the our first exercise for the day. Let's go. Like I said, we're starting off with some overhead press. I'm gonna go ahead and get my set out the way, but then I got a little topic that I'm gonna hop on after this. Set one out the way, but the topic I wanted to talk about was somewhat like my motivation for working out. I feel like obviously working out, you want to stay in shape, but I feel like for me, working out is somewhat of I call it an outlet. Yeah, definitely a way to release some stress. It's like a moment of time where like your mind is cleared. You're able to just focus on one thing, one task. And that's whatever workout or exercise you're doing. So that definitely motivates me to work out. But I also I don't know any information about it, but besides what I see on social media, but I feel like in the future, I definitely want to try out bodybuilding. That's probably no time soon, but I feel like with my physique, I don't work out as consistent or as hard as I should or could. And then my diet is like, if I was stricter on my diet, I feel like bodybuilding, I could really be good at bodybuilding. Because I've always had a good physique even before I started working out. So later down the road, that might be another motivation of mine to work out, but it's like working out is like something different. It's like, it's a way to train your mind to embrace being uncomfortable, because that's what, working yourself hard, it's not fun in the moment, but you just know it pays off. Well, it's fun to some people, but it's over fun. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's like a different type of fun. Let's get the second set out the way. I'm gonna do one more set of this, but after this, I'm gonna go into some dumbbell lateral raises. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to that now. With the topic of motivation, with working on, I kind of want to bring up the idea of motivation versus discipline. Let me go ahead and do this first set, then I'll elaborate on that. But yeah, motivation versus discipline. I've always viewed motivation as like something that doesn't last forever. With motivation, you can be motivated one day and not be motivated the next. But with discipline, like discipline is a different state of mindset where it's like no matter what, you're gonna do it. If you want to or not, you're gonna get done what needs to be done. And that's kind of another word of inspiration. Stay disciplined instead of motivated, because motivation doesn't last forever. But even with discipline, unless you like David Goggins or a lot of, some of y'all know who this is, Coach Ellis. Shout out Coach Ellis. Unless you wanted them to, even through discipline, sometimes you'll get that feeling of burnout. I know I do. And that's when you have to go to things to refill your cup. Shout out to my mom. You gotta go to things to refill your cup up. What I mean by that is doing things. I just got a text message. Doing things that truly bring positivity back into yourself. Doing things that fulfill you and not deplete you. So that's through like hobbies. I know I'm a Christian, so getting deeper in the word, other stuff like that, that's pretty much gonna fulfill you and not deplete you. Filling your cup up is a way you can get past that feeling of burnout, because once you get that fulfillment, that discipline is gonna kick back in instead of that motivation that lasts momentarily. So that's kind of my viewpoint on motivation and discipline. But let me go ahead and get the second setup out the way. with the topic of fulfillment and depletion, I feel like another important thing about that is the people you hang around. It's 100% important, because if you hang around people that drain you every day, or you just add things onto their life and they never add things onto you, it's a two-sided relationship. It should be a two-sided relationship. It should never be one-sided. So it's like, you gotta make sure you hang around the right people that are bringing light and not darkness, because that's another way your cup can get empty sooner than it should, or your discipline gets kind of faulted by someone else's lack of discipline. It can kind of leech on to you at times. But anyways, I'm gonna do one more set of this, then I'm head on into the next exercise. Next thing we got is this kind of like, I call it a lateral raise complex, but I'll just show y'all when I get into it. But I thought of the next, it's not really a new topic, but how I can elaborate more on like the people you hang around. With that being said, you also gotta focus on or be aware of yourself and how you impact others. Is it a quote? It's not really a quote. A saying I like to tell myself is live like Christ for Christ. And what I mean by that is Jesus Christ died for our sins. There's no other way for us to have a relationship with God but through his sacrifice. With that being said, he literally showed a love that's like no other. It's literally like no other. So as I live, I should be living for him. There's no other ifs, ands, or buts. I should be living for him. I don't know that, like I said, live like Christ for Christ. I should be living for him because of what he did for me. It's like no ifs, ands, or buts, like for real. But let's get into this complex. But yeah, this workout, like I said, it's shoulders, so this pretty much targets your rear delts, which is the back, like the back part of the shoulder. But I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that living for Christ. Obviously, I can say that there's no ifs, ands, or buts, but we're all are born sinners, every single one of us. And sin is something that we gotta learn to overcome. Can't just keep falling to the same sin. I wish I knew the exact verse. Why do I feel like that was the verse of the day? So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. That's what I'm saying. We be knowing, a lot of us Christians be knowing the right thing to do, but still choose to do the wrong thing. Can't be choosing to sin, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. Next we got some barbell shrugs. So I will do 2 more sets of this and then I'll see y'all there. Like I said, next though, we got these barbell shrugs. Barbell shrugs really don't target like the direct shoulder, but it targets your traps, which is the muscle up here. And I pretty much pair those together on the same day. But that Bible verse I said was James 4, verse 17, by the way. But to switch up the topic some, I searched up some this or that questions that will bring a little spin to this joint. Let me look through here. Road trip or plane ride. And gonna tell you over this. I got blessed with the opportunity to travel study in May, so I got on a plane the first time. And plane rides are 100% better than the road trips. But I don't know, road trips is more like family focused, I guess, but nah. Plane ride, 100%. Let's go ahead and get this first set about the way of these shrubs. Sunrise or sunset? I say sunset because it's kind of, I feel like it's more beautiful of a transformation. I say, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, how I even really like watch the sunrise for real though? Like I got vivid memories of sunset, but I can't really remember just sitting there looking and watching the sunrise. So I might be kind of biased towards sunset. But with sunset, it's also a factor of seeing the moon and the stars afterwards. So I don't know. I feel like that's 100% better. Big city or small town? I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like I'm more small town oriented. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a small town, but not like a small town. But it's like, compared to like some of the bigger towns like Memphis or Nashville, I couldn't do it. I ain't gonna say I couldn't do it, but I feel like it would be a big learning curve, which would make sense since I'm from a small town. But like, I know some people are born in small towns, but still are more interested or catered towards larger cities. But I might just have to be in the larger city for long enough to know. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm saying that, but whenever, like I said, I got to travel state to the country of Panama. We were in like a big city. I ain't gonna lie, that joint was pretty cool. I like that joint. That's probably the longest I done stayed in a big city, because I don't know. I haven't stayed in Memphis that long. We stayed there for like 9 days. Stayed in Panama for like 9 days. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know how, but I was understanding them roads better than some of the roads I was understanding in Tennessee. But let's go ahead and get the second set out the way. But next up we got, after this I'm gonna just do some push-ups to warm up for some bench press. So I'm gonna do one more set of these shrugs, but then I'm gonna go ahead and cut to that now though. Next up we just got some normal push-ups. I'm gonna just do these. Till, hopefully y'all can see me. I'm gonna just do these till failure. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this next, this or that I saw. And it says, write a journal or sketch a drawing. I'm much more of a drawing person than a writer, but I don't know. Definitely over this past semester, I know this is probably crazy to some people, but over this last semester, I kind of really enjoyed some of the essays that I got to type out. But let me go ahead and just max out these push-ups. My chest is definitely still sore from Monday. With the comment on me kind of enjoying some of the essays I typed this past semester, because in my English class, she had us read a book called Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine. And I can't remember specifically everything, but it's pretty much this girl who was like going through a really dark time in her life. But it was mainly because she had a tough childhood, and the trauma from her childhood pretty much carried over into her adult life, and she never took steps to get better at it. So with the conclusion of that book, we had to choose a theme of the book that we wanted to write an essay over, and I wrote an essay over what was it? The impact of, I can't remember the exact wording of it, was like the impact of childhood trauma on adult life. And I really enjoyed typing out that essay. I'm trying to remember another essay I typed in that class. I ain't gonna lie, I can't remember. We did read another book called A Man Called Ove. It kind of they had similar concepts where like the main character is going through a dark situation, but the people around them bring them, I'll say, life at the end. With A Man Called, what did I say, Ove or Otto? It's like, I think the book was called A Man Called Ove, and there was a book called A Man Called Otto. But the book pretty much focused on, it was this elderly man that his job got like replaced by like AI. Not AI, it's like something, it was like his job wasn't needed no more for a company. And then he lost his wife, and he pretty much felt like he didn't have a purpose of living. So it was like continual situations where he would try to literally like off himself, but like each moment something would happen that would like showing him that he still has a purpose. And the main thing that brought him to life was his neighbors. Like, he didn't have any grandchildren, nothing like that, but his neighbors. And his wife was actually a teacher, so one of his wife's students spoke to him about positivity, but at the end, he ended up not trying to offer stuff anymore, but living to help others. And to backtrack to Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine, she ended up meeting a guy, and the guy pretty much understood her trauma and helped her through the situation, and then at the end they got married. So both stories ended off positively. Let's go ahead and get into these next set of push-ups. Oh, I'm out of here. Yep. Yep, that's all I got. But I'm gonna go ahead and move into the, I think it's incline dumbbell bench press. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to that now. But yeah, even though I done spoiled the plot to those books, I definitely recommend reading those books to anybody that's interested. But the next this or that question, let me find a good one. Talk to animals or read minds? I'd rather talk to animals. I don't know if y'all seen the video yesterday, but my dog Blue, I'd definitely rather be able to like actually have a conversation with him than read minds. Stuff like reading minds. It's like a positive and a disadvantage. It's like it's more of a disadvantage. Because like I want to read minds through. Like who want to hear the bad stuff people got to say, but at the same time you could hear the positive stuff too. But nah, I'd rather just talk to animals. Be invisible or fly? 100% fly. I don't know if people realize, ain't glad government realize you can fly, bro. They gonna get you. If you're invisible, as government look for you can just go back invisible. And how would they know you invisible if you go invisible before they can even see you in the first place? Actually, I'll switch to invisible. Let's go ahead and get this first set of incline. Bench press. Alright, next, let's see now. Always cold or always hot? I ain't glad that's a hard question. I'm gonna switch it up instead of like always cold or always hot. I'm gonna say like, or like weather-wise. Well, I'd rather have the weather always 90 degrees or always 50 degrees Fahrenheit. But I ain't gonna lie, I think I'd rather have it. Oh my goodness, that's tough. Always 90 or always 50? I think I'd rather have it always 50. Yeah. I don't know though, always 90, that's... I ain't gonna lie, that's a tough one. If y'all made it this far, let me know y'all answer in the comments, because that's a tough one right there. That's definitely a tough one we done had. Always, the weather always being 50 degrees Fahrenheit or always being 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me know. Only whisper or always shout? I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like always whisper for me, because I'm already somewhat of an introverted person, so whispering. If I'd rather just not talk than shout. So let me get the second set out of the way. Oh, my knee. I just hit my knee. But I just thought of an idea during that. So it's like, it would be cool if I had each day like oriented for a certain topic. So like, say today, Wednesday, so throughout the video I do this or that. Then like on Thursday I do, I don't know, but something like that, this or that today. And then have a different thing oriented for each day. I'll have to think over something, but that's definitely a good idea that I want to try. But I'm gonna cut this last set of incline press, but after this we got barbell bench press. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to that now. Okay, this is the last chest exercise we got for today. But my next this or that is, am I an early bird or a night owl? I ain't gonna lie, this somewhat changed recently. It's like, but it really ain't got no choice but to change, to be honest. I feel like naturally I am a night owl, and I just prefer to stay up late. I don't know why, but I just like, I don't know, just stay up late. But I'm kind of forced to change that because this fall semester I got 8 a.m.s. I got 8 a.m.s, so I pretty much ain't got no choice but to change it. But yeah, early bird. Why I classify myself as an early bird? It depends how early we're talking about. Today I woke up at 9, so I don't know if that's classified as early. This is a creative question. Have a rewind button or a pause button on life? Probably a pause button. Cause what? Pause button. Somebody asks you something, you can pause, think about it, and get an answer, I guess. Yeah, I'll say a pause button, I guess. Talk to your past self or meet your future self. Meet my future self 100%. Past and past. Like, I would say, I feel like I'm well off right now, so there's really no need to go back and talk to the past, but definitely speak to my future self. Let's go ahead and get this first set out the way. Make sure it's done even. But with that question, talk about the past and future, that kinda, I mentioned my tattoo yesterday, but I really didn't show y'all. The kinda is the focus on one of my tattoos. So I was gonna show y'all that one. That one say now, it's like a digital clock, and then across. This is my first tool I got. The now, pretty much as a digital clock, pretty much focus on the present moment. Not worry about the past or worry about the future. Time comes as time comes. Focus on the present moment. But like I said, I got a tattoo appointment today. Wish me luck, y'all. I'm getting one on the ribs. So that's the most painful spot. But hey, let me see the next question. I ain't gonna lie, I don't see any more good this or that questions. I guess I can shift it into a little bit of what I got planned for next. I'm pretty far into the video, so I might as well go ahead. Tomorrow we got legs and back. And then, like I said, this is the last chest. We're gonna go into some calves after this. But yeah, I don't want the video to be too long. I'll say that I'm gonna say that every video. First video was 43 minutes. I didn't even think it was gonna be that long. But after editing, I was like, dang. Well, it is a workout, so my workouts probably last like an hour and a half in reality without cutting. So let me go ahead and get the second set out the way. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut here to calves. Next up, we got calves. We'll start off with some weighted single leg calf raises. Woo. Oh, one leg at a time. I got him. But yeah, I kind of mentioned the me having a tattoo appointment yesterday, but I also mentioned I had a dentist appointment yesterday. Went pretty well. I'm pretty much just trying to work towards, like, I wasn't planning on getting braces, but like aligners. Obviously, a dude told me the difference between braces and aligners, and I'm gonna choose me some aligners. I'm pretty much working towards that. And something I really been, I mentioned this yesterday. I know I mentioned this yesterday. NFL, football. I'm really into fantasy football, bro. I don't know if any of y'all into that, but like fantasy football, pretty much like you watch the NFL and you draft players that are in the NFL, and you make your own team out of the players in the NFL. So you could have a quarterback from like the Ravens, but have a running back from like the Colts or something. So you could have a different variety of players from all over the NFL, but you make one team, and whenever they score points or do good in real life, you get points in the game on the phone, and you go against another person's team each week. And I've been locked in on that for like the last 3 years. But yeah, I got a dynasty league, which means like the players carry over. It's somewhat complex if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I feel like I heard Blue at the door. Let me see. Yup. Come on in, Blue. Come on in, Blue. Oh, almost tripped. Right here, Blue. Y'all see him? Hopefully y'all can see him. Yeah, y'all can see him. What's up, man? Give me a workout in. Shout out Blue, man. Shout out Blue, man. He back out. We'll close the door. Oh, wait, he needs to go out. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this video. All right, I'm back. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this set out the way. The second set out the way, and then I'll go ahead and continue what I was talking about with the NFL. Yeah, NFL. Oh, the NFL starting soon. I'm definitely looking forward to first preseason game tomorrow, the Hall of Fame game. Definitely ready for that to start. But next up, we got, after these single leg calf races, we got pogo hops, weighted pogo hops. I think I mentioned that yesterday, me trying to get my hops for dunking. And weighted pogo hops gonna definitely help me out. So I'm gonna do one more set of these, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut to that now. All right, we're moving on to these weighted pogo hops. I got 10-pound weights, pretty much just hopping with them. Quick hop. But I definitely don't know what to talk about anymore. And I don't want to just keep rambling on, so I'm going to just let y'all see the workouts. The rest of this workout, and let it flow to it till I hit the end. But after these pogo hops, I got some tibia raises. I'll show y'all what those are in a sec. But I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more sets of these and cut to that now. All right, this is the last thing we got for today. We're just some tibia raises. Or let me flip this. Myself. Typically raises pretty much work like the front part. It's not really calf, it's like this little front part right here. Yeah, you pretty much, it's not a really wide range of movement, but it definitely helps. I just know that it helps with jumping. Switch to the other leg. Whew. But yeah, it's not really like a big range of motion, but you can definitely feel whenever you squeeze up here. So that's the best way I can show it, is this part right here, the muscle. But let me zoom this camera out some more. This is pretty much the end of the video. I definitely appreciate y'all making it to the end once again. Tomorrow, I said we had legs and back. So I'll get this edited, posted, then I'll film that tomorrow. Currently 12, wait, why I feel like I said 12 yesterday too. It's 12 on Wednesday, July 30th. I appreciate y'all making it to the end. I hope y'all all have a blessed day, night, morning, whatever time of day it is. Peace out.